Welcome to Focus2Finish. Today we are testing your logic and vocabulary with our Analogies Pair Quiz. Apple is to fruit as carrot is to. An apple is a type of fruit, and a carrot is a type of vegetable. The analogy is based on classification, so the answer is vegetable. Bird is to nest as bear is to. A bird typically lives in a nest, and a bear typically lives in a cave, so the answer is cave. Hot is to cold as up is to. Hot and cold are antonyms, as are up and down, so the answer is down. Doctor is to hospital as teacher is to. A doctor works in a hospital, and a teacher primarily works in a classroom within a school, so the answer is classroom. Car is to wheel as bicycle is to. A wheel is an essential part of a car for motion, and a pedal is an essential part of a bicycle for motion, so the answer is pedal. Fish is to water, as bird is to. A fish's primary environment for movement is water, and a bird's primary environment for movement is the sky, so the answer is sky. Paw is to cat as hoof is to. A paw is the foot of a cat, and a hoof is the foot of a horse, so the answer is horse. Chapter is to book as scene is to. A chapter is a division of a book, and a scene is a division of a play, so the answer is play. Tailor is to suit as baker is to. A tailor makes a suit, and a baker makes bread, so the answer is bread. Fire is to ash, as event is to. Ash is the residue, or what is left after a fire. A memory is what remains or is left after an event, so the answer is memory. Key is to lock as password is to. A key grants access to a lock, and a password grants access a system or information, so the answer is access. Chef is to kitchen as scientist is to. A chef's primary workplace is a kitchen, and a scientist's primary workplace is a laboratory, so the answer is lab. Happy is to sad as light is to. Happy and sad are antonyms, as are light and dark, so the answer is dark. Hand is to glove as foot is to. A glove is worn on a hand, and a shoe is worn on a foot, so the answer is shoe. Page is to book as brick is to. A page is a fundamental component of a book, and a brick is a fundamental component of a wall, which in turn makes a house, so the answer is wall. Writer is to pen as painter is to. A pen is a primary tool for a writer, and a brush is a primary tool for a painter, so the answer is brush. North is to south as east is to. North and south are opposite cardinal directions as are east and west, so the answer is west. Tree is to forest as fish is to. A forest is a collection of trees. A school of fish is a collection of fish, so the answer is school. Hungry is to eat as thirsty is to. Eating satisfies hunger and drinking satisfies thirst, so the answer is drink. Finger is to hand as toe is to. A finger is a part of a hand and a toe is a part of a foot, so the answer is foot. Cold is to freezing as hot is to. Freezing is an extreme or more intense form of cold. Burning is an extreme or more intense form of hot, so the answer is burning. Captain is to ship as pilot is to. A captain commands a ship and a pilot commands a plane, so the answer is plane. Circle is to round as square is to. Round is a defining characteristic of a circle. Angular or rectilinear, having right angles, is a defining characteristic of a square, so the answer is angular. Wool is to sheep as leather is to. Wool comes from sheep and leather primarily comes from cowhide, so the answer is cow. Student is to learn as athlete is to. The primary activity of a student is to learn. The primary activity to improve of an athlete is to train, so the answer is train. How many did you get right? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more quizzes like this. See you next time on Focus2Finish.